切会好的，一切都是你。那个抵挡，我是那个阳光彩虹抵挡。
That's the ones. Welcome back to the arcade. This video is going to be very random and very sporadic. Shout out to the young king I Show Speed out there in China. I can't wait till I'm able to go out there myself and have one person recognize me, and I'm so excited because that's going to happen. I just don't know when, but it is going to happen. But today, as you see behind me, Marvel, one of my loves, one of my passions in life, announced a full cast for Avengers Doomsday, and they showed the GOAT, Robert Downey Jr., to do the last reveal, and I cannot be more excited. This has nothing to do with the video. I just want to share my love and excitement. I do want to see Blade and the best Spider-Man to ever live, Andrew Garfield. Like me. Besides that, today we got a few things we need to talk about. For one, I need to apologize. I'm getting sick, so I need to hurry up and make this video. But we got a few things I need to talk about today. We're going to go from China to Korea, all the way over to Verdansk. For the last week or so, I have been playing AI Lemon on my Steam Deck on PC, and I played the demo version on the PlayStation 5. They sent me the code about 2 weeks ago, and from the initial email, it has some red flags in it, and also playing the first Berserker at the same time. I knew this game probably was going to be in trouble, but we're going to talk more about that later. Phantom Blade Zero, the GOAT, Soul Firm has been out on a media run, just talking about, just giving more information about the game, his aspirations, a potential release date for the release date, more to come with that as well. One of my favorite, the best Korean game ever made, and one of my top 5 favorite games of all time, Liza P. Over to DLC, got some new information and some hands-on previews. I'm going to let y'all know exactly what to expect from that. Also, Wuchang Feathers, that also had hands-on previews at the GDC event that I mentioned in my other video a few days ago. However, most of the previews has been pretty positive. There have been a few that was also a little negative, but we're going to talk about that. And they teased a potential release date just coming up within these next few months. My GOAT Corey Kenshin finally returned from the dead today, and just a few more other things we're going to talk about here today. Please drop a like on the video. Truly drop a like on the video if you can, and comment down below. Me not uploading last week kind of knocked me back down in the algorithm ranking, seems like. So commenting, liking, sharing in particular, that means the world to me. And we have the first Berserker Chinese dub coming up within these next 2 days. I'm going to record that. Next week is the Nintendo Switch 2 reveal that I'm very, very excited about. You don't have to be a fan of Nintendo or even play Nintendo. This is a moment in time when it comes to gaming. Certain things supersedes what console you play on. If you play on PC, what's your preference? This is going to go down in history. I think about this. It's been 10 years almost since we got the original Nintendo Switch. So I know for me, unless something crazy happens, Lord willing, I'm probably not going to be doing YouTube another 10 years from now. So being able to have this on the record for my kids to see, and for people to go back and watch old reactions, like I wonder how it was. I wonder what the vibe was whenever that Nintendo Switch 2 reveal was. So being able to have that on record for gaming, just like I hope we're going to have for the PlayStation 6 and for the new Xbox console, just to have it on file. And we're going to be here. It's going to be an early stream. I believe it's like 9 a.m. my time Tuesday morning. So if you're in China or in that section of the world, you'll be nice cuddled up in bed, because it should be around 9 or 10 o'clock that time. But if you're on my side of the water, then you're just gonna be waking up. So come have a cup of coffee with your boy, and let's see if we're gonna get that Hollow Knight Silk Song reveal on the Nintendo Switch. But that is for later. As for now, so for the longest, the most wishlisted game on Steam was Hollow Knight Silk Song, which again, maybe we will see at the Nintendo Direct 2, a reveal next week. But right now, it's a Korean game called INZOI. That's the most wishlisted game on Steam. I believe I saw a stat that said it's over 50 million downloads or 50 million wish lists right now. It seems like one of those life simulation games. I've had a few people ask me, was I going to play it on the channel? And I kind of watched the trailer, and I'm just like, I don't know what's happening. I'm not really into like dating sims and stuff like that, but apparently it's really, really big. And let me know if you're going to be jumping into this game, if you have your wish listed. Exactly what is it about? I mean, yeah, it seems like just a newer version of The Sims to me, but again, what do I know? So please let me know what you think down in the comment section below on that, which is something I really want to know. So next week, the return of Call of Duty Warzone Verdansk. As you know, during the lockdown in 2020, and this absolutely swept the nation. What I want to know, because I know here in America and like in the UK, it was popping, but in China, in Korea, and Japan, wherever you're watching me from, which is all over the world, shout out to y'all, which still blows my mind. Thank you so much. Was it as big over there with y'all as it was here in America and everywhere else? Because like this was like peak Call of Duty, and even now, I mean, I hadn't, obviously, it's nothing. I mean, maybe it's the nostalgia, but to me, the map was just overall better. And me getting, last week I had a sponsored TikTok by Activision just for me talking about the nostalgia and the love I had for this, man. Just literally gets me teary-eyed, bro. I'm in a group message with my friends. I don't even have Call of Duty downloaded, which was like the first time that happened to me in probably like 10 years, bro. You know, I was a Call of Duty guy. I had a Call of Duty channel before this channel. So this right here is my shit, and I am so excited. But I want to know, are you hyped for Warzone? And was it as hype for y'all around the world as it was for us here in the States? Now, we have talked Phantom Blade Zero to death here on the channel. I'm to the point now that unless it's like some gigantic news or like a release date, unless it's like some gigantic earth-shattering news or major update or release date, then I kind of don't want to really talk about it no more, because I don't want to get like burned. I don't want to get burned out on it. I don't want y'all to just kind of just start blowing it off because, oh, you just making another Phantom Blade video. So if it's not that big of a news, I'm just going to spice it into one of these bigger update videos like this. But the GOAT Soul Frame has been on a tear ever since the GDC last week, talking to some of the studios that got hands-on and just giving them more insight to their expectations of Phantom Blade Zero, what's to come. And the main thing that they really caught my attention was Phantom Blade Zero dev says everyone now realizes China-made games have the potential to sell 30 million copies. As I've said a million times on this channel, that Blackpink Wukong can literally open the eyes to not only just a lot of the devs and like the creators in China, but to a lot of the investors and studios around the world, no matter if it's in China, freaking Russia, wherever it's at, that investors go like, oh, okay, this is where the market is shifting, right here in China and in Korea as well too. So with the, and there's some of the stats that they have to prove that. It said Blackpink Wukong set a new standard for China-made games, reaching 2.4 million concurrent players on Steam. Phantom Blade Zero aims for success similar to Wukong, seeing higher viewership interest and additional resources from Tencent. Phantom Blade Zero's announcement trailer has 5.3 million views on PlayStation's YouTube, indicating potential for commercial success. Yeah, I do believe Phantom Blade Zero is going to sell obviously into the high millions. I don't quite think it's going to surpass Blackpink Wukong, just simply because Blackpink Wukong was based off, of course, you know, one of the most iconic books in Chinese history, Journey to the West. So given that and being so deep rooted into China, I mean, that alone, you know, sold a lot of the game, you know, for game size. But I do think Phantom Blade Zero is going to be right up there for sure, just based off the gameplay and how just fucking cool it looks. So right now, as he said in the interview with GameSpot, which was with Lucy James that I watched the other day, that he was saying come this summer, as he mentioned before, is going to be the reveal of the release date. I personally don't think this game is coming to late 2026, but as I've said before, we're going to get the reveal at the Summer Game Fest or around that time. So be on the lookout for that, or just stay locked into the channel. So Wuchang Fallen Feathers, or translated in Chinese as Wuchang Fallen Abyss or something like that, at least from the translator when I'm doing my subtitles, saying that, of course, we already knew this, I thought, but it was, hey, Wuchang Fallen Feathers launches this summer. You want the launch date? Share this post and show your support via wish list. So this is on Blue Sky, but they did the same thing on Twitter. They're real like obsessed with getting, I guess, the social media followers up. I'm not quite sure why, but I thought it was already well known that this game is coming out in the summer, but they've been teasing that release date for a long time. A few people that I watched got hands-on with Wuchang Fallen Feathers. Most of the reports were pretty good, saying, hey, it's a Souls-like, the game is hard, you know, the character Wuchang, she feels just a little bit robotic and clunky, but the overall gameplay is good. And I had a few other ones that I watched that said they didn't enjoy it as much because it didn't feel as good as Stellar Blade or Lies of P. So this is going to be one of those games, just like I had with Blackpink Wukong, for me, that this is a game I truly just going to have to get my hands on to truly feel it, to see how it feels. Because like from looking at the first Berserk and Kazan from like a year ago, you know, I wasn't sure how that game was going to feel, and that game feels absolutely amazing, unlike AI Limit that doesn't feel quite as good, but it still looks cool. So these Souls-like game with these hack and slash games, it's about feel. And the game can look cool, the game can have great graphics, the game can have good music, but if you pick up that damn controller and it doesn't feel good to you, it doesn't have the right flow, it doesn't have the right vibe, then that's gonna throw off the whole thing for you. So hopefully Wuchang Fallen Feathers feels as good as it looks. And also, in particular to my Chinese audience, are y'all hyped for this game? Are y'all super excited for this one? I see the hype is pretty moderate, but let me know what y'all feeling about that just in general. Now, still, as I've yet to talk about this game on the channel, I know I'm so close, bro. I got my wig, I got the whole video that I want to make, I haven't done it. Lies of P. This is an actual vinyl that I ordered. They gave, apparently they had some hands-on previews here lately, and this kind of give you like a quick rundown what to expect from the DLC, Lies of P Overture. It is going to be a 15 to 20 hour playtime for experienced players. It's confirmed new weapons to include a bow and claws. You accessible from chapter 9 of the base game. Interesting. So I'm on New Game Plus Plus. I've beat this game 4 times. On my PlayStation 5, I'm on New Game Plus Plus. On my Xbox PC Game Pass, I've beat it 1 time, and I've also on New Game 1 on Steam. Actually, no, I beat it once on Steam as well too. Well, I can say this is a hard game, so if you hadn't played the original game yet, good luck getting your ass to chapter 9. It's going to be a rough go, but once you get going, to me this is one of the best feeling games combat wise that was ever created. It's integrated into the narrative. There are also hints into the base game as to what we will be doing, confirmed to be unrelated to the ending cutscene teaser, likely for the sequels. Now, if you have beat Lies of P, you know at the ending it teased another fairy tale game for the sequel, but that's clearly not this one at all. I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, it is a post-ending cutscene on some Marvel shit that was like, wow. The DLC is a prequel to where you've transported to just before the fall of Krat. It compares to a director's cut of a film. We never really saw the development of Overture as a separate entity. We believe that the whole entire thing delivers the game of Lies of P as it was supposed to be experienced. We just couldn't do that early on. So now they're getting to do exactly what they need to do with the success of Lies of P. To me, again, the greatest game to come out of Korea as of today. I did enjoy Stellar Blade, but to me, Stellar Blade doesn't hold a fucking candle to Lies of P when it comes to story, to combat. Now, if you know, of course, the character Eve with the yams and stuff, I get it. But as for just overall a good video game, I mean, for me, this is like top 5. And me is Elden Ring, Lies of P, Sekiro, Black Myth Wukong, Armored Core, God of War. I mean, that's like my top right now. And that could change at any given time, but right now, that is exactly it. I hear a fucking ice cream truck. I know you lying. Now, I've said this a million times to all my Destined ones. If you own New Game 17 of Black Myth Wukong, you looking for something to scratch that itch for you, I promise you, this will freaking do it. It got me out of that it got me out of that post-game depression. You know, when you beat Wukong or a game that you love so much and it's over and those credits are rolling, you're sitting there feeling empty. Lies of P, even though it was one of the hardest games I've ever played in my life, will scratch that itch, man. 100%. Lastly, my quick review of AI Limit. As I've mentioned in the intro, now I had this game for about 2 weeks now. I started playing this game in the first Berserker Kazan around the same time, but I knew I wasn't going to do like a full review for it. I knew I wasn't going to, at the time, I didn't think I was going to be playing the first Berserker on the channel. I was like, you know what, I just kind of play around on my Steam Deck. I already had played the demo and beat the demo on my PlayStation 5. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to start from scratch, try to play it on the channel in Chinese dub, which is impressive because most games, which they're starting to change a bit, don't have the Chinese dub. Anyway, but of course, AI Limit being from a Chinese studio, of course, I was playing that in the Chinese dub, and I was trying to just kind of latch on to anything, man. I started playing it. I was like, well, I'm trying to see what the story is about, the combat, the visuals, and all of that shit was absolutely subpar, unfortunately. Now, again, I am biased because I've been talking about the games just coming out of China from the China Hero Project via PlayStation. So I do have a soft spot in my heart for this game because I know these studios are small. They have limited amount of money. They just have a lot of ambition. So, you know, I wasn't going to be as harsh on it because, again, I understand. But the moment I saw that this game came out on March 27th, the same day as the first Berserker Kazan, the same day as the same Souls-like game in the same art style, you know, the cel-shaded anime type game was coming out. I was like, yeah, one of these games need to delay, and unfortunately it should have been AI Limit, because going from playing AI Limit to switching over to first Berserker Kazan is like night. I mean, it's literally like night and day comparison. I mean, the AI Limit, on top of having a lot of bugs and issues like that, which again the dev team said they are going to have a big first day patch. So by the time y'all watch this, I mean, or the time the game actually releases, a lot of that may be fizzled out. but the game just felt like a generic hollow version of a Souls-like. And unfortunately, whenever I initially got the email and I requested, and I was going to request a PlayStation 5 code, since it's a PlayStation game, the person emailing me said, hey, we recommend that you use the PC version. And I was like, huh, well, that's kind of a red flag because this is a PlayStation game initially, so why would you recommend a PC version? But the PC version was pretty choppy, so I went over to just continue playing on the demo version on the PlayStation 5. And again, jumping back and forth between that and the first Berserker, it was just it didn't do it any favors at all. But luckily the game is only like a 10 to 15 hour campaign. It's not a full price game. It's only like 30 bucks or 40 bucks or something like that. But I would still say wait for a sale, wait for it to get put on the PlayStation Plus store, which, as I'm sure it will, because right now reviews are at like a 65 overall and like a 77 on PC, which is again why they told me the PC version, which it just boggles my mind. But the design, the gameplay, it just doesn't feel like anything special, and there's no reason, no universe that I would play AI Limit over the first Berserker Kazan. No way, no how. So, and y'all, and that's coming from me. Y'all know I'm a pretty positive guy. So as you look around for a lot of other reviewers that reviewed the game as well, they probably gonna be saying a lot. They're probably gonna be saying a lot of the same thing that I am as well too. So I would definitely just stay away from it right now. Or, you know, fuck what I say, go play it yourself. But I'm just trying to save you some money to let you know, just wait, because it's gonna be on a dramatic sale or on one of the subscription services very, very soon. That's the ones. That's all I got for now. The next video coming up will be the first Berserker Kazan in Chinese dub. As I've mentioned, next week, next Tuesday, we will be live streaming the Nintendo Switch 2 reveal right here on the channel. And if you can't be there live, then just make sure you watch the VOD back. And I'm excited, man. I don't know what to expect, but it's been a long time, bro. It's been a long time for Nintendo before we got a new Nintendo console. So I'm very, very excited. But just as a gamer, for the culture, this is it. Unfortunately, if it's a few days before that first Berserker video, just know, you know, I'm fucking sick. So as for now, thank y'all for watching. I love y'all so much. Nay, nigga, nay, nigga, nay.